Hey everyone, what's going on? Only's me, Feet here, and welcome to the third episode of Virtua Fighter 5, the Online Master. Today I'm playing as Sarah, as always, and my enemies are always not Sarah. So, that's just the basic how we run this show. And let me get into the topic today, which is Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown is like baseball. I know you guys are like, are you high? And no, I'm not. I did see Pineapple Express though, and that was a really funny movie, just really likable guys. If you haven't seen that movie, it's actually free on YouTube now, like legally free on YouTube via Crackle. I highly recommend you watch that if you haven't already. Just a really great movie, has really likable characters. And what do you know? I'm talking about Pineapple Express in a Virtual Fighter video. Alrighty, let me get back to baseball now, what I was going to talk about. And baseball, yeah. So this game is actually like baseball, in my opinion, because Virtua Fighter 5, I'm just gonna say Virtua Fighter 5. You all know it's Final Showdown by now, right? Right? But okay, Virtua Fighter 5 is like baseball because up front it's a very basic game. You have a punch button, a kick button, and a block button, and that's it. While like all these other fighters have varying punches, they have special moves, assist moves, special moves, super moves, all this jazz. And this is just like punch and kick. And you're like, well, isn't this the most basic fighter ever then? No, actually, this is considered one of the most, if not the most complex fighter to date. Reason being is how much you can control, I should say, your punches and kicks. You can do so many different combinations with those, and like the block or the kick button and the joystick. It's just crazy how many combinations you can actually do. And this is kind of like baseball to me, because up front, baseball isn't really complex compared to like all the other sports. It's kind of, up front to a person that doesn't know anything about baseball. It kind of just seems like you throw a ball, you hit a ball, you run bases, that's that. But the reality of it is, there's tons of mind games going on, tons of ways you can throw the ball, tons of ways you can hit the ball, tons of ways you can run the bases. Well, not really. You either steal or you don't really in that case. But there's just tons of variety there. And to me, Virtual Fighter 5 kind of has that same thing. Like, hey, this game looks extremely basic, but then you play it and it's just like one of the most hardcore things ever. And I have yet to face a guy that like literally handed me my own ass, but I have faced some guys that just, were flat out better than me. I obviously don't post those because I have a huge ego and I don't want you guys to see that. But you know, Virtua Fighter 5 in baseball, I was thinking about that. You know what? That's a pretty legit comparison. So now let me get into the other thing today, which is, oh my gosh, more fighting games are coming to the PSN. What is this? And these two fighting games are Marvel vs. Capcom Origins and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Now, let me explain the latter first, because you guys probably think I'm high again, which I'm not, I swear. Never done drugs, never will. I know, I'm just talking about the weirdest crap today, though. Okay, but JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, swear this is a real game. Okay, it's based off of some anime. Capcom made it for the Dreamcast, which is why I know a thing or two about it, because the Dreamcast is awesome. And, yeah, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is coming to PSN, but it's going to be $20. And like, okay, the fighting game's pretty good, but I don't know who is going to buy a game that's unknown to anyone that A doesn't like the Dreamcast or B doesn't know about the manga anime that's been dead for over 10 years. I just don't see how this is going to sell for 20 bucks. I probably won't buy it unless I see gameplay and it blows my mind. If I was a fan of the anime, I probably would, but since I'm not, I'll pass. But the one I am looking forward to, and why it boggles my mind that JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is a whopping 20 bucks, is Marvel vs. Capcom Origins. And that's $15, and you get both the original Marvel vs. Capcom, which is still my favorite in the series, like the entire series from Children of the Atom all the way to what Ultimate 3. Yeah, I still like the first one the best. Sure, it's not the most balanced, but I really like the character themes and the art, and it's the only one, in my opinion, that really feels like you're playing a comic book. Um, you have to play it to see what I mean. And it also includes Marvel Superheroes, which was a game that came out. uh, two games in the Versus series before Marvel versus Capcom. That's like the second Marvel superheroes is, and Marvel versus Capcom is the fifth. And those are being bundled together with 15 bucks. It's running on the Third Strike online infrastructure engine type thing, and it looks awesome. And I'm gonna buy it day one in September. So add me on PSN. X only use me feet. I'd love to have some of you guys to play with on there. And this is only use me feet saying. Look, ma, no hands. I'll see you guys later. Bye.